Okay, let's have a go again between Biggels and EliTheSeli here. I casted the first game. I casted the first game. When did I cast the first game? Oh my goodness, what am I even doing? I'm messing things up here. I casted the first game yesterday and didn't have time then to cast anymore. So in that first game, Biggels was victorious, although arguably EliTheSeli could have held. So it looks like this game, Biggels is looking to proxy. He sent the 2 SCVs across the map here, which is pretty standard form. And I believe this is how he opened the last game as well. The last time didn't really achieve much. This is Disco Bloodbath, so it's the same map here. But yeah, last time didn't really have much success with this at all. It looks like things are reasonably normal in EliTheSeli's camp. He is walling in here with the racks. He's got the single refinery on the way, which is all pretty standard stuff. Let's just pop out a little bit. This is the chosen location for these barracks, and I'll be honest, I don't like it. If EliTheSeli sends a scout across the map, the SCV will take the shortest path. I'll come down the ramp here and we'll see this. So I'd prefer these maybe tucked in further in this direction, or better still up here is probably safer still. Anyway, a single barracks being built. The other worker, not sure what it's doing there, it is currently idle. Biggels has got a barracks building at home, which is a bit weird. I don't quite get why you're sending 2 workers and then you're going to build 1 barracks at home. If you're sending the 2 workers, build 2 barracks on the other side of the map. If you're proxying, you're going all in. It's as simple as that. You're just have at it. Anyway, EliTheSeli is upgrading this command center to the orbital, and I like to see that a lot. That is very, very wise indeed. And this is a quick expo from EliTheSeli. So this is, it's quick. It's, he's not messing about here. That's fairly reasonable fare for an economic opening for the Terran. As soon as your racks finishes up, as soon as you've got money to do so, you just go ahead and drop the second CC. So this Reaper is going to come down and see this straight away. The Reaper will beat the Marine because, of course, this Reaper, once it's not taking fire anymore, it's going to start healing up. So it's going to be able to clean up the 2 SCVs if he wanted to. And he can just kind of hang around here. Now this Marine could well kill the Reaper, so it does need to micro this back a little bit and allow it to heal is the trick there. But I'd prefer he went for the 2 SCVs. Make sure you kill those 2 SCVs. They can't drop anything else. They can't build a bunker. 1 Reaper shooting at a barracks is going to take about a day and a half to kill. But knowledge is power, and at this point EliTheSeli knows that this proxied racks is there. But again, it's only a single proxy racks. His own barracks has got this is like what we saw last time, isn't it? His own barracks has already got the reactor, so he can outproduce Biggels on this side of the map. Biggels' second racks is all the way over here, so it isn't going to help him out much. He is now producing workers, but he's an expand behind. He's workers behind. His men isn't saturated. I just don't see what this has achieved. You've only produced you initially produced a Marine that died. You've only since produced 1 more Marine. You're not cranking them out 2 at a time, but look, EliTheSeli's got a massive advantage. He's about to throw a bunker down. There's no way this is getting anything done. I think at this point, your best bet, Biggels, is actually to lift this racks, fly it into this corner in the hope that it isn't spotted, crank out a few Marines and walk them straight into the mineral line and see what you can get killed. But that whole time, be at home macroing to try and catch up and find your way back into this game, because otherwise you're screwed. Now these Marines are going to move down and they're going to mop this up pretty sharpish. Biggels has no vision inside his opponent's base, so he doesn't know that his opponent has got that expand. These Marines are, anything that pops out of here is just going to die instantly, so he needs to cancel all of these. He could lift the racks and try and fly it home, have the SCVs perhaps repair it a little bit, but to be honest, there is no great deal of point. It's a long way to walk, and you've already got barracks at home, so so pretty easily cleaned up then by EliTheSeli. 2 reactored barracks here. So not cranking out Marines 4 at a time is very quickly going to get an army advantage. Does need to rally these workers so that he's getting some value from them, get them mining. I reckon probably a bit supply blocked, or at least about to be supply blocked, but then so is Biggels. Finally the CC comes down for Biggels, but he's so far behind. Let's look at the income tab. It actually looks surprisingly even, and the key reason for that is that these guys aren't mining. So actually both players just mining off one saturated base at present. So this bunch of Marines is going to come up. It's very quickly going to deny all sorts of stuff. There's a siege tank attempting to be built, but of course with the supply block I don't think that siege tank's ever going to see the light of day. These 3 Marines come down. I think we're even on upgrades, i.e. there aren't any. So numbers win. You know, the SCV there is doing its best to repair. Biggels isn't short of money, so it will be able to continue to repair a long time. If these Marines step forward and just shoot that SCV, they'll be able to kill this factory much quicker. Excuse me. But it is eventually going to burn. It's going to go down. But will the siege tank actually get out? If the SCV is on auto repair, if the siege tank pops out here, the siege tank could get quite a lot of work done. Siege tanks are pretty hefty, and if it's being repaired, this siege tank could clean this up. It needs to repair this siege tank. Oh, that is really unfortunate. So half as many Marines now, still determined to kill this factory. I don't know, Biggels, why didn't you repair the siege tank? You could have cleaned that up. You could have been fine. But you're not fine. There's 29 armies supply, 27 armies. There's some army supply difference. Is there an income difference yet? Not really. Yeah, so still we've got workers just standing about doing nothing. No rally point set for this, but is now transferring some workers down from the MIM, and these mules are very quickly going to make an enormous difference. So the Marines cranking out all the time. There is a factory here, presumably that's a tech lab building. We've got the armory, interestingly, coming down. You know, if you're committing to Marines, I'd have much preferred to have seen a starport to get those medevacs out. More than any of that, though, I'd really like to see a tech lab researching combat shield. Please, guys, get combat shield going. So there's a Thor in production this time, and then against these Marines, I think I'd prefer the siege tank. But there's too much stuff here. Look at the difference in army supply is absolutely massive. These Marines are just going to walk in here. They're going to kill stuff. He's pretty determined to shut this factory down. That's painful. The SCV goes back to repair and shoot that SCV, please, just kill it. So this factory is going to disappear pretty sharpish. Looking at the army supply, there is a total army supply of 2 for Biggels at present, and 2 is not great. So it doesn't look like he's got anything whatsoever that can deal with these Marines that are about to walk up the ramp. I mean, yeah, that proxy build, I'm still curious, you know, because I've seen this in 2 games now. Well, why send 2 workers to only build 1 barracks? You can't build the barracks twice as fast with 2 workers or anything like that. You know, so if you're only going to build 1 barracks, you only need to send 1 worker. Yeah, these Marines, please move them forward so that they're all shooting. Not that it really matters. Biggels is rather optimistically queuing up mech upgrades in the armory there. I don't think any of those upgrades are going to finish. I think it's got to be GG. But look, this command center is a planetary, and you know, trying to kill a planetary with Marines that have no upgrades that's just a hideous thing. Even without the repair, look, you know, they pretty much no damage, and you've got a planetary fortress with 18 kills. That's a bit painful. So in order to take that down, EliTheSeli is going to need to think of what he could build to hit that planetary. A variety of options Thor's will do. You just need something heavy duty, something that hits pretty hard and could take quite a walloping. The planetary fortress doles out a lot of damage. So Biggels is massively oversupply. He's building 2 supply depots, but you know, given that he's got 2,500 in the bank, when these depots finish up, Biggels, what is it you're going to build then? More workers? No, you need not just 1 racks. Look, 2.5 grand in the bank. You need to just drop 5 barracks here if you want to have a hope of getting back into this game, because you know that EliTheSeli is going to be back. He's going to be back with a bunch of Marines, and at present you've got literally nothing. So I don't think one Rax is going to cut it here. What wouldn't be a crazy plan is to build a CC down here and turn it into a planetary, but I'm not sure that you're going to be given enough time to do that. So second Rax is coming down. These upgrades, man. You don't even have a factory, but or a starport or anything. You've got these mech upgrades on the way, so that's good. Meanwhile, EliTheSeli, no upgrades coming out of the armory, but has gone for smart servers by the looks of it from the tech lab here. So that allows, weird. That allows your Thors and such and your Hellbats to switch between modes slightly faster. Not sure if that's the upgrade I'd have gone for in this particular matchup at this time, but it's all good. If we peek at that income tab, we can see that EliTheSeli is pretty comfortable. He's got plenty of money, could do with mining a bit more gas, not to worry. He's cranking out these Thors, but look, 2.5 grand in the bank, and you've got 3 barracks sitting here idle, absolutely idle. Finally, we see a combat shield upgrade researching. But what are you waiting for, EliTheSeli? Just go across the map and end this, please. The planetary fortress has been repaired, so it's back up to full health. But with Thor's standing strong, you can just push up here and destroy that. So factory finishing up. Is it a tech lab? It is a tech lab. So EliTheSeli, if you give your opponent too much time here, they will be able to mount a defense, and they will be much harder to kill. Yes, there is a substantial army supply difference right now, but once siege tanks appear, once a bunker appears, once you could end up having to take a very, very difficult fight indeed. So the scan, hoping to catch the army out the front, doesn't really see anything. Sees that this is not a pleasant ramp to try and push up. You've got this bunker nested in between all these depots that you can funnel units with. It looks like EliTheSeli's had enough weight, and he is going to go for it. At this stage, EliTheSeli, what you need to do is literally F2 a click. And then don't even look, you don't need to. You know that you're ahead of your opponent, so you know that this fight is going to be more problematic for them than you. So, send all that stuff across the map with an A click into the somewhere, just literally just A and then click here. And forget about it, pretend you never built it, and then just start macroing like a boss. Drop another 2 factories, drop another 5 Raxes, drop 5 starports, do what you like. Definitely drop another base, drop another gas, and continue like that. If you're Biggels, what you need to be thinking is Mitty is going to be coming back. I don't know why there's a Thor here. I would have much preferred siege tanks. Siege tanks on the high ground would be obliterating this stuff. Thor isn't even going to shoot, it's just going to walk past and get shot. So that was ugly. The supply difference here is absolutely enormous. There's almost a 100 supply difference now there is. So this stuff will be uncontested. The first thing that's going to cause this any problems is going to be the planetary, and it's not going to get that far. It is GG. EliTheSeli levels it up at 1 game each.